A quick disclaimer before we start the show this week. This is episode 300, and as such, we have some very special guests. Well, kind of. The one thing we need to say is that no AI was used in the making of this show, which you will probably realise when you hear the impressions. Anyway, on with the show. Enjoy.
Welcome to the Spurs News Podcast, your home for all things Tottenham Hotspur. Now, here are your hosts.
This is episode 300. Hello everybody and welcome to the Spurs News Podcast. This is episode 300. Amazing milestone. Can't believe we made it. Joining me to talk all things Tottenham Hotspur for the 300th time, well, for the 300th episode, it's Stefan.
Hey, buddy, 300. That is, mate, do you know what? I'm going to take just a second here.
Yeah.
You are the man behind Spurs News. You do the majority of everything that is Spurs News. To make it to 300 episodes of the podcast,
Yeah.
I just want to take a second and say well done, buddy. Like,
Thanks, man.
everyone in the admin group massively appreciate what you do. I hope the fan base out there that listens and looks along to our Facebook page and stuff appreciate everything you do. And congratulations on 300 podcasts, mate. That is special number. Well done.
Thanks, man. This is really awkward now because the next thing I was going to say is you're fired. I don't know what to do. It's like, I'm going to replace you next week. Shit. All right, fuck it. Yeah, you can stay. It's all good. Thanks, man. That's really kind.
No,
of
that's
you.
good. Oh, phew. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a strange thing because we had a question come in, like a fan question, like, oh, can you go back to like your favorite memory or anything of the podcast? I mean, we'll get to it in a minute. But it did make me kind of reflect back on, okay, well, I started this 300 episodes ago. That was 2018. 2018, this was going on. And we were like pushing towards a Champions League final the following season.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, things have changed. Things have definitely
The word
changed.
champion is still involved in what we're pushing for.
Yeah. I mean, I remember Ted Lasso getting confused about that on the Ted Lasso show, but yeah, it's yeah, never mind. So yeah, episode 300. Now, there was a slight disclaimer at the start of the show because we have some special messages from people, maybe, and I was wondering if you wanted to hear the first one.
Go on, as long as there's no AI, I'm happy. Yeah.
Trust me, there's no AI. Okay, so message number 1 left for us from a celebrity listener. Hey y'all, it's Brad Friedel here to talk about my time at Tottenham Hotspurs. I was a goalie. Great team, great podcast, the Spurs Newsboys. Y'all. I mean,
oh wow! I mean, thank
Brad,
you so much to Brad for that.
Brad Friedel, everybody. I mean, come on. Yeah.
I'm impressed we got hold of him. Like, after last time, I thought he'd never appear again. I'm quite impressed.
Well, I mean, we nearly had Clint Dempsey as well, but weirdly, they sounded very similar.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So I thought we'd just go with the one. But yeah, so we have, other than general silliness, we do obviously have some things to talk about with all things Tottenham Hotspur. But we're going to kick off where we should always kick off, because always I forget, and that's with this.
Now it's time for your comments from our social media.
We can actually do this, which is nice because it's episode 300. But would you like to start with Instagram or Facebook?
Oh, Instagram. It's been so long.
Okay, we are heading to the good folks of Instagram, and it would appear, if I'm right, if I can find it, we have a message from someone who has their own theme.
Get in.
Which, again, for episode 300, is definitely the way to go.
Now it's time for a comment from Island Brother.
Spring is sprung. Island Brothers back. That is just very jolly. I do enjoy that.
I always feel like I sort of recognise it, but it's just so jolly. I like it.
Just don't point out what it is, because copyright.
No.
So he says, "Hello, my fellow loyal, long-suffering Spurs brothers and sisters. It has been a journey of acceptance to get to this point where even if the horror of relegation happens, I'll find the brighter side of playing in the Championship. At least we would see these young, hungry and loyal academy boys bleed for the badge of pride that these grown mercenaries have forgotten. My question, if that does happen, will we have to sell everyone because of the financial ramifications, even at a 50% salary cut? I feel that should it happen, these players should bear the responsibility of it happening and wear the shame for a year. If we do manage to bounce back, which just might be wishful thinking, keep the faith and come on you Spurs. Would we have to sell everybody is an interesting question.
I think it depends on what you mean by have. Like, financially, the club is going to be in a bad way. However,
Yes.
agents and stuff like that may also kind of play a part in that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, there isn't going to be an senior international who isn't going to be trying to get back to a top flight club.
Yeah, Romero and Van der Ven aren't going to be sitting there playing away at Birmingham City thinking, international break next week.
Yeah, unlikely. It's an interesting one because it is the double factor of what the players want and also what the club wants. There is, without a shadow of a doubt, an issue there where the club will be in financial turmoil, so selling. Now, I was trying to explain this to I think it was my brother the other day, because he was, how can we be in financial turmoil, top 10 richest clubs in the world, all this kind of stuff. And it was kind of like, well, it's been an issue for a while, which is like a cash flow issue, where we've not sold players very well. And what that basically means is we have a shitload of transfer fees due on a shitload of players, like, because you do it all in installments. Like, you buy a player, okay, we're going to break that transfer fee down over 5 years. And so we have like a large amount of that.
Yeah.
And if you get relegated, the commercial revenues are going to drop significantly, like a rock. And so, yeah, selling these players is probably going to be the only way to balance the books. And that is something which also I think people need to wrap their head around, because I keep seeing this, like, well, if we go down, we'll have like 300 odd million from selling players. We can buy the best team in the Championship and come straight back up.
Yeah, it doesn't work like that.
We won't have that money. That money, no, it will literally be balancing the books. So, yeah, it is a very, very dark scenario. I will forever try and find the best in any situation. Like, there's no VAR in the Championship. That's what I'm clinging to.
Buzzing for that,
But,
just pointing that out.
Yeah, but I got to be honest with you, the financial wreckage that will be from relegation is something which is troubling, because it is something that the club might not recover from. I've seen a few teams, like the best example really was Leeds United original relegation back in the day, because they were Champions League semi-finalists, like pushing for the title, and then they overstretched financially and got themselves in the shit and then got relegated. When they got relegated, because of that financial strife, they were a Championship team for a long time.
They went down again, didn't they?
No, I don't think they did, but Man City did, which is something people forget.
Yeah.
like Man City dropped from the Premier League down to League One, and were struggling in League One, and then sort of got themselves together and sort of worked their way up, and then got the stadium gifted as part of the Commonwealth Games, and then someone bought them, and that's all she wrote.
Yeah, no. May 2007, they got a 10-point deduction and were relegated to the third tier of English football.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
There's Leeds. Okay.
God, that's scary to think of, isn't it?
It's scary. I mean, we're not going to get a point deduction. We're not there in the financial issues, if that makes sense. But it is something that is scary. Now, what I'm finding kind of interesting is the club planning, because something that we've established and we've looked at is they just got they've shown no ability to plan for anything or structure things or anything. Like every transfer window comes and goes, and we as a fan base are like, did anyone even have an idea what to do going into this window? Like, what the hell? It's just so inept. Like the management of the club, the directors and everything, so inept. So I'm trying to think of a better word than fucking morons.
No, I like that one. I think that is the word to use.
I think I'll go with that. I think I'll just stick with fucking morons. So, Island Brother, we here on the podcast, as I said last week, will find the best out of everything and still be here every week. I am hoping, with everything I've got, that we can somehow pull off the Great Escape and stay up, because if we can do that, then I'm hopeful that there might be some changes to some people behind the scenes to fix shit. If there's not, I will say this: if we stay up, which is possible, but not, who knows, and nothing changes, like the board stays the same, Vinay, Johan Lang, and they then go about appointing a director of football, who then carries out a search to appoint a new coach, and we don't do the things that every fan in the country, in the world, can see needs doing, then we are going to be relegation fodder again next season. It doesn't matter who's on the pitch, because it's a problem which is from the top down. If there is changes like this is unacceptable, shit needs to be sorted out, then you can maybe kick on. Teams in the past have gone from relegation fodder all the way up the table the following season, which is possible. But
5,000 to 1, we're going to win the league next season.
Yeah, the championship.
Yeah. No, so what kind of frustrates me most is that even those that were really kicking off last season and the ones that hated Ange and everything else surely can see this is a worse season than last season was. Like, surely even they can see, like, last season we finished 17th, but we were never actually in a relegation battle. This season, we very much are.
Yeah.
So surely they can see this is the worst season. Now, in any business that I can think of, if you have one bad year, you kind of look at that and go, right, improvements need to be made. If you have a bad year again that's even worse than the bad year you've just had, surely that's when people's jobs start getting looked at like, okay, you are not good enough for this job, you need to be replaced.
Yeah.
Now, we replaced Daniel Levy.
Yeah.
Ironically, I think he kind of, they worked alongside his replacement for a very short while. But we replaced Daniel Levy. We now have to replace Paratici. Both of which now, in hindsight, you look at and go, oh, maybe they were not the problems at all. Like, Paratici, definitely not a problem. He just refused to work with the morons upstairs.
I think he tried.
He tried hard and then just went, no, you're all fucked hard, not doing this.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Obviously. I mean, Paratici is quite He's not shy with journalists in Italy, let's put it that way. So when there's a story from a couple of journalists in Italy about him or around him, you typically know it's come from him. So his version of events is very much that he felt Thomas Frank was doing a terrible job behind the scenes. So Paratici's view was like results weren't great, but what was more frightening was the squad disharmony, issues behind the scenes, and it needed to be addressed quickly and it needed to be gone. That was October time. When it went into November, December, he was apparently of the opinion like, if you don't get rid of him, we're screwed. Like, this is a big problem and you're all ignoring it. He then got offered the job in Fiorentina, which he accepted. Like, basically handed in his notice. Like, I've told you my opinion. You've all ignored me. I'm the only person here who's got a footballing like background brain for this kind of stuff. You're all just continuing to ignore me, so I'm going to leave. What someone pointed this out to me yesterday is Fiorentina were bottom of Serie A, made 5 signings, which Paratici's been attributed to in January, even though technically he was supposed to still be with us during that time, which clearly he wasn't.
Yep.
And those 5 signings have helped them climb out of the relegation zone, literally winning a game 5-1 against a relegation rival at the weekend. They're basically safe now. They made 5 signings in January.
Yeah.
Can you remember the business we did in January?
Conor Gallagher.
And Sousa.
And Sousa. Left back, right winger.
Yeah.
Something.
He's Brazilian. He can do anything. That's the theory. But they stuck with Thomas Frank right the way through January and then fired him afterwards when we couldn't do anything to help the squad. It's the shower of shit that is our ownership is unbelievable.
Yeah.
But
So, going back to what I was saying, then it's like, surely after 2 seasons of it getting worse, those at the top need to be looking, going, right, well, you're not doing your job. We should see a massive turnover of staff and hierarchy this season, at the end of this season. Stay up or go down.
So the people at the very top is the Lewis family, Enoch.
Well, they can fuck off.
Wow. And the person basically running this football club is the grandson of Joe Lewis.
Who?
He ain't getting fired, is he?
No, he's probably not firing himself, no.
No. And he's the one who thinks, he's the one in charge, basically. I mean, he can fire Vinay, he can fire Johan Lang, he can fire loads of people if he wants, but...
I feel like those two must be very close to the way out.
Yeah, I think the Chuckle Brothers are fucked, but... well, they should be. I mean, they should be gone. I mean, there is a serious issue of identity in the club right now. And... it's from top to bottom. And the funny thing is when the Lewis family were doing all their press and all this kind of, we got rid of Daniel Levy, the whole thing they were trying to say was like, sporting success is our priority.
We tasted success last season and now we want more.
Yeah, and they basically pointed to Daniel as the obstacle to that. They were like, the way he ran things is an obstacle. Now, Vinay has since really tried to put the blame on all of this season on Daniel again. He had a meeting with the fan representatives on the fan representative board, and the minutes from that where he basically just bullet points the wage structure, the way the transfers were done, he just basically lays the blame on to Levy for everything. And although I very much believe Daniel made a lot of bad decisions, and we are very much in a situation now that he contributed to, I think it is important to realise that Enoch were always the owners and he was in essence working with them. And it's been pretty clear to me anyway that with Daniel gone, things are the same or worse. They've not improved. Like the whole kind of, oh, he was the obstacle to sporting success, I'd say has been proven to be bullshit pretty quickly.
Yeah, there were, like you say, there were some terrible decisions. Sacking Jose Mourinho the week before a cup final, just as an example, there have been some very poor decisions.
Yeah.
But this season's been worse.
Yeah.
And that has been because of sporting decisions.
Yeah.
To not fire a manager that clearly did not have the backing of the squad, or whatever it was didn't fit with this club. It wasn't working. Yeah. They didn't replace him. It's now obviously been reported that Vinay and Johan were like, nah, we'll keep him, it's fine. And got pushed into sacking him. Now that, for me, that's a sackable offence straight away. Well, if you believe that a manager dragging us into a relegation fight is, no, it's fine, don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean,
that's mismanagement. That's a sackable offence.
Well, certainly negligent. So, Island Brother, I don't know whether we've even answered your question, really, but...
Oh, crap, yeah, first question. Cheers, buddy.
Thanks for the theme. Michael Jasper Annis says, as Spurs are so bloody depressing now, was going to say at the moment, but it feels like it's been years, if you had to change teams and support another in any league, but based purely on their kit, who would it be?
Ooh.
That's nice and random. So basically, any team in the world based purely on their kit. Ooh. I like that. For me, and it's going to sound stupid, it's AC Milan, because the red and black, I have always loved that. Like, I've always thought that was the coolest friggin' kit.
I'm so happy you said that.
Okay.
Because my first go-to straight away was Inter Milan.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly because the blue and black stripes, and they've had a couple of like special release kits that were incredible.
Oh. There you go. So we've gone to Milan, but different sides of it. See you at the San Siro, my boy. Right, Ryan Miller, or Newbie Ryan, says, do you have a favourite memory of doing the podcast? If so, what is it? Do you have a favourite memory doing the podcast?
I've never lived through something like this before. I think was my...
Do you have a favourite?
I think that was my highlight, yeah.
Okay.
The Amazon Prime documentary, there I am. That's got to be mine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I can't believe we're doing episode 300 and you brought that up. Okay. All right, I'm gonna let it go because I'm cool. I'm fine. Highlight. Getting to speak to Mickey Hazard and having his number on my phone via this podcast is pretty cool for me personally.
That is damn cool.
Getting birthday messages, like stuff like that from someone who I grew up watching playing is just an insane thing for me. Knowing that he listens as well is just kind of funny.
Do you know, I've got two other ones that stand out to me.
Alright, go on.
Doing a podcast after that night in Bilbao.
Yeah, that's one.
That was very fun. And to be part way through a podcast and get my phone ping that Daniel Levy had left the club. Like, that was a highlight purely because the show just went to mush. Because we were like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was so checking to make sure it wasn't April 1st.
Yeah, it's like a genuine live reaction to on a podcast.
We're getting close to April Fool's Day, by the way. And I feel like this year, if I do the standard April Fool's Day joke or something, people are going to... I could make people lose their fucking minds this year.
Yes.
Given how stressful the situation is. So I'm going to ask you on the podcast, so listeners will know this, readers of the pages, etc. won't. So they should be listening. It's their fault.
Yep.
So the listeners, you're in the in crowd here. I am thinking of doing one where I say that we're going to be deducted points for financial regularities. or
Dude.
Now, do you think, given the situation, that people might actually try and kill me?
Oh, dude, yes.
Because keep in mind that one I did that actually went viral and like made the press, and the press had to like deny it and get stories of that one. I got like people really angry at me. I'm like, it's not my fault that someone cropped off the April Fool's Day line at the bottom and shared it everywhere. So that is not my fault.
Damn funny though, wasn't it?
It was funny, yeah. I mean, literally having a journalist write a story and me messaging him going, by the way, I wrote that.
That was me. I made that up. You may want to get your facts checked just a little bit. Yeah.
Good fun. Yeah, so April Fool's Day is coming up. I don't know. Maybe that one might be a bit too... I'll see where we're at. You know, like maybe we've gone on a winning run and things feel better. I don't know. I'll think it... Because the other one I was going to do is like Daniel Levy's coming back. Like... which I think could be hilarious. I think people might lose their frigging minds.
Yeah, but at this point of the season, I don't even know quite how that reaction would go.
No.
Is that going to be oh my god, it gets worse, or a the Messiah returns?
The Messiah, wow.
Like, I don't know how people are going to take it.
No idea. I don't know, because I could have fun with it. Like, Daniel Levy's returning, his first act is to fire anyone with an Arsenal connection. I don't know.
Levy's coming back. He's already planned a meeting with the traitor.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few ideas which you kind of look at and you think, yeah, as an April Fool's Day joke, that could work. That could be kind of funny. But with our situation being the way it is, it's like, oh, this could be bad. Like this. The reaction to this, people might really get quite mad at me. So I don't know. I'll think on it, but I'm definitely going to do one because it's traditional.
Yeah, definitely.
We've been running the page over 10 years now, so it's got to be done. We've done it every year. 2005 to 2006 we started, so this is like our 10-year page thing.
Wow.
Yeah. It's quite crazy.
That is nuts, isn't it?
Yeah, so anyway, thanks for the question, Ryan. Paul Wilshire says, what are your thoughts now after the Liverpool game? Do we keep Tudor? I expect it will all change again after Madrid and Forest, but I do hope he is now instilling some fight into them. I'll let you run with this, because you it was something you pointed out from watching it.
Watching the game against Liverpool, me and you spoke about this. Like, I saw more fight from the team. It looked like they were actually showing the fight that we were desperate to see.
And the stats really backed it up as well.
The amount of running and everything else, like the stats backed it up. Now, we cannot see into the dressing room. We can't see into the training ground.
No.
You made a good point. Was that victory because of Tudor, or was it in spite of Tudor?
It wasn't a victory.
No, the performance. Sorry, no. That's how bad we've got. A draw felt like a win.
Yeah.
Was that performance in spite of or because of?
I don't think in spite of would be reflective. I think, like, from everything I'm reading, there doesn't appear to be an issue with him and his demands and what he's trying to do. There does appear to be a very disjointed, disenfranchised kind of squad of players who are struggling with all sorts of confidence and like mental kind of, like, how in the hell are we in this mess kind of situation.
Yeah.
But there was a report that the players held a meeting, like, and it was like QT Romero basically got everyone together and kind of read the kind of riot act of what the fuck are we doing. And Madders apparently took a meeting basically talking about how relegation feels and the impact it has on the club, the people, the fans, and talked a lot about, like, you do realise you might leave this club, you might go somewhere else, but these people you see every day working in the cafeteria, the ground staff, they're likely to lose their jobs because of us. I have no idea if that sort of thing would hit home with millionaires, you know, who were kind of like, oh no, how sad, let me go get in my Lamborghini and drive back to my mansion.
And I think that is where you can understand that bit of disconnect as well. Like, this person is working in the cafeteria, probably getting paid a little bit more than minimum wage.
Yeah.
And trying to support a family.
Yeah.
And you've got this guy who earns their yearly salary in 4 days.
Yeah, if that.
If that. And you're trying to tell them, bearing in mind how young a lot of our team are as well.
Yeah.
Like, you try telling a 24-year-old who's on ridiculous amounts of money, yeah, but Caroline in the kitchen might lose her job and then she's going to have to go get another job to support her kids.
Oh my God, you know Caroline.
I know Caroline. Caroline's great.
Yeah,
you know, that player's not... Are they going to give a fuck?
Well, see, now here's the thing. I don't know, but what I can say is following those meetings that happened, the players have put in their 2 biggest performances in the league, in terms of running stats and things like that. So the Fulham game was the first game following this. I know we lost the game, but our running stats and our effort in that game was the highest it had been all season. Only now beaten by the Liverpool game. Now the Palace game was on track to be the same until the sending off. Now when you're down to 10 men, obviously the whole frigging game changes, as we know. So you can kind of treat that as an outlier and a fuck up. And then obviously Atletico Madrid, there was a very stupid decision made by a manager which burnt the whole frigging game to the ground.
Yes.
Now, me on Igor Tudor is, with his reputation as saving... Like, I'm going to say this and people probably won't like it. I really don't give a fuck about the Champions League. Like... I'm almost happier if we fielded our under-21s tonight.
Do you know what? I have that same feeling. Yeah.
Like, it's Premier League like our season's gone. Like if we beat Atletico Madrid tonight and go through to the next round, whoop-de-doo. Like I am so kind of, we are so fucked in so many ways. Like, getting to the Champions League quarter-final, semi-final and being relegated is just a nightmare. Someone said the other day, like, so Tottenham we'd win the frigging thing whilst getting relegated. Even that scenario is a frigging nightmare. Like, it's just... Like, imagine trying to play a 50-odd game season in the Championship plus the Champions League.
Yeah, and that's the side of it. Like, I'm now looking at this and I'm like, okay... If by some miracle we win 3-0 or whatever we need to win tonight, and we go through, the way the squad is at the moment, do we want another 2 matches?
No, and this is the focus needs to be staying in the Premier League.
Like, don't get me wrong, if we can win 1-0 or 1-0 tonight, we get the win, and it's that kind of monkey off the back, we've got a victory, there's a bit of confidence. Yeah. That, for me, is like perfect scenario. Win tonight, get the confidence, but not have to worry about another 2 matches with a very injured squad.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it's beggars and choosers. I mean, we have no idea what's going on. But my point in is, like, yeah, we lost that game heavily, and but I'm not... I was frustrated by his decision around the goalkeeper. I thought that was stupidity. Yeah. I didn't like the way he handled it, but what I will say is, then against Liverpool, he handled the media very well with some really shitty, nasty questions coming to him. And I think the thing that pisses me off with that is I spent a whole year with Ange being treated like shit, and now I'm seeing Tudor be treated like shit after 4 games. And yet Thomas Frank literally destroyed us every week. And the journalists were practically...
The media
Thomas,
darling.
How shit are this team? You're still so amazing, though. Oh, we love you so much. And so seeing this now, like the Sky Sports journalists after the Liverpool George, like basically attacking him, and Igor in essence telling him to go fuck himself, which I enjoyed. There's part of me that quite likes him for that. Like, if it wasn't for the fact on the pitch we've been so fucking diabolical, I'd like him, if you know what I mean. But the Liverpool game can be a catalyst where the team sees working hard pays off.
Shock.
The thing in the back of my mind which worries me is it's very easy to motivate yourself to play against a Liverpool, to play a Man City. It's not easy to motivate yourself for the other games, and that's where we as a club have fucked up so royally.
Yep.
Like, the fact you look at the 2 points we've taken recently have been against Man City and Liverpool. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that is insanity. And then the Nottingham Forest game, now that's our next game, the next league game is Nottingham Forest. Now that should be the biggest motivation this club have had all season.
It's the biggest game.
You know, it is literally a 6-pointer.
Yeah.
And we need that victory desperately.
Yeah.
Are the players? No, this is where we need to see if the players are up for it, and they need to be. They need to go and attack from the first minute and dominate that match.
Yeah, the fans are going to be. I mean, it's the first game in a while that's looking like it's going to sell out. The fan groups have all merged, including the protest groups, to cancel all action and just be fully supporting the team. They are going to basically be there for the coach's arrival. They're going to be in the stadium early. There's talk of the coordination is going on, and the whole thing is like, get there, sing up, stay up. Like, we have to back the team. Like, the owners have fucked us, and we are going to go after them hammer and nail as soon as we're safe. But until we're safe, we need to be.
Planning.
It's going to be big. I mean, they've worked really hard on it, and people are really coming out backing it. Is like, yeah, this is definitely what we got to do. And they're right, because you watch Forest, you watch West Ham. Their fans are, dare I say, more used to these situations, and they realise the impact they can have. Now, a few years ago, we played Arsenal at our ground, and the atmosphere we created, I remember Gary Neville saying, Arsenal got destroyed by the Tottenham crowd.
Yeah.
And that needs to happen now. Like, the home games need to be, we are on the opposition. Like, the minute they touch the ball, booing, jeering, like, at them. And just, like, supporting the team. Like, literally, we need to push them over the line. Because if we can do that and they can get, like, a beat Forest, get a couple of wins, we're nearly there. You know, we are literally, like, 2-3 wins away from being okay.
And realistically,
I think the fan base can really make an impact on that, and so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that the performance against Liverpool can carry on. But yeah, I don't know. Like, the Igor Tudor thing, like, he's literally there to the end of the season, so there's no, like, unless you lose badly to Madrid, badly to Forest, I don't see him making a change.
I feel at this stage of the season as well, if we were to lose badly to Madrid tonight, if we were to lose badly at the weekend, you then look at how many games are left, and I'm like, is another manager even going to really make a difference at this point? Like, at what point is it where you get to, it's now just too late?
Yeah, and that's kind of where we're at, because they left it too long to sack Frank.
Yeah.
Final question is from Tom Perks, who says, if everyone in our squad was fit and not suspended, what would your starting lineup be for Forest? For ease, assume we're going to play 4-2-3-1, like the good old days under Poch. Alright, so let's walk it through together.
Yep.
Everyone's fit, no one's suspended, Vicario starts.
Correct. Yep.
Pedro Porro's our right back.
Yep.
Destiny Udogi's our left back.
Yep.
Romero and Van der Ven.
Yep.
Okay, so then we got two. For me, I'd go Palhinha and Bergwijn.
Oh.
Or what would you do?
I would have been Polinia and Gallagher.
Yeah, decent. Yeah, decent shout. Then the 3, I'd go Kudus, Tell, and... Actually, no, I'd go Kudus, Xavi, and Madison.
Oh.
Xavi on the left.
See, I'd have Decky on the right,
Yeah.
Madders in the middle.
Decky, yeah, I remember him.
Do you remember him?
Yeah, just kind of, yeah.
And then I would,
Someone shared the other day that they think he's not coming back because he's having a sex change operation.
I thought that cracked me up. That cracked me.
He responded to it, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah, he literally wrote, "Bro, what the fuck?" underneath the person who shared it.
What a legend. What do I have on the left? Do you know, I'd actually probably have Tell at the moment.
Yeah, okay, and up front,
This is actually probably a harder one than it should be. Like, everything inside me says Dom Solanke, fully fit.
relegation Richie engaged, mate. It's got to be
That's
Richie.
what I'm thinking, relegation Richie.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
basically single-handedly kept Everton up a few seasons ago.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
I
he's
think
the man.
actually you need him up front.
You the man. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Well, I mean, we're fairly agreed on all that. So thank you very much to everybody who sent in a question and everything like that. I want to just say, over 300 episodes, I want to say a big thank you to everyone who's, at any time has sent stuff in, because we really appreciate it. And I think it's time where we maybe have another guest or two. Maybe we'll have a few.
Okay.
What do you reckon? See, I've done this. I mean, I don't want to spoil things for anyone.
I'm already concerned.
But, it's meant to be funny. And then I think it's funny. And then I get to this point and I'm like, only I'm going to think this is funny.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm engaged
Right.
now. Go on.
So let's have our next 3 messages. 3 gentlemen of different generations, all from the same country, and they all sound alike.
Oh, God.
Oh, hello, Cliff Jones here, Tottenham legend. Big fan of the Spurs News podcast, I am. 300 episodes, boyos. Lovely. That was Cliff Jones.
So as soon as you said 3 gentlemen of the same country, I went, it's going to be Welsh.
That was Cliff Jones, everybody. Cliff
What a
Jones.
legend.
No, we also have... Oh, hello, it's Gareth Bale here, Tottenham legend. Whenever I'm in the UK, I listen to the Spurs News podcast, I do. Just so you know, it goes Spurs News podcast, Golf, Madrid. Wow, that's high praise.
Wow.
From it's amazing how much Gareth Bale sounds like Cliff Jones.
It does, I have heard that Ben Davies sounds very similar as well.
Amazing, you should say that. Oh, hello, Ben Davies here, current Tottenham player, club legend, Welsh legend, total legend. Just to say that I don't have much time to listen to podcasts, because I'm always reading my books, I am. But when I do listen to one, I always listen to the overlap, very funny, like Roy Keane I does. Anyways, if I have a spare 5 minutes, I often listen to Spurs News and all. So check it out, 300 episodes, lovely. Wow, high praise from Ben. Now, I'm delighted to say another former player has left us a message.
Oh, God.
Maybe we got two more former players.
Oh, incredible.
But we'll save.
I'm
them.
hoping like Berbatov or someone's going to be one. 'Cause I think that'd be fun.
No, because that one sounded well racist. It's bad enough I'm doing... Anyway, yeah, so... I mean, I will tell you who's... I mean, no, I'll leave it as a surprise.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Well, I'll try and guess them if I don't say their names, obviously.
But it is time to go to our new weekly feature. And the weekly feature is called Tottenham's Great Escape. think we're going to escape?
Yes,
You do?
I do. I feel a positive result coming up at the weekend.
So, this is the situation, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. The Premier League table is not good reading.
No, it's not. No.
Ignoring the whole top situation, we are 16th in the league after 30 games. We, like Leeds, like Nottingham Forest and West Ham, have all won 7 games. We've drawn 9, and Forest and West Ham have both drawn 8. Leeds have drawn 11. And of course we've lost 14 games, with Forest and West Ham losing 15, thank goodness.
Yeah.
We are on 30 points. Forest in 17th and West Ham in 18th, the relegation zone, are both on 29. So we are just 1 point above relegation. Our next game is Nottingham Forest at home. The definition of a relegation 6-pointer. If we win and results go our way, we could possibly climb the table by a place and put distance between us and the relegation zone for the first time in a few weeks. Should we lose and results not go our way, we will be 18th in the table and in the relegation zone this weekend. And then it will only be 7 games to play. 8 games left, starting with Forest at home. This is where we're at. Will we make an escape?
I've never wanted a season to be over so much in my life. I wonder if there's anything happening in the world right now that could just lead to a pause in the Premier League for a while.
I don't know about pause. Abandon.
Abandon works. Just pretend this season doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Remember that time that Lewandowski was like guaranteed the Ballon d'Or, and a load of stuff happened, and then he got robbed of it, and it never happened.
Yeah.
Freaking hilarious! It sounded like that happened. The Premier League just abandoned the season.
Yeah, I mean, I think only nuclear war would probably cause that. So
Chances
maybe
are,
maybe a couple more weeks before I start, really hoping that happens. But look, this is where we're at. So I'm going to ask you the question, which I asked last week. We've now had a draw with Liverpool, but unfortunately, all the other teams had the same results. So therefore, that draw with Liverpool just basically kept us status quo. Do you think we're staying up?
yes.
Nice. So that is our feature, Tottenham's Great Escape. Will it happen? Who knows? Next week we will be talking about the Nottingham Forest game, obviously. Probably not going to bother talking about the Atleti game unless something absolutely batshit happens. Which is possible because, we are an absolutely batshit football club.
But, up there with some of the best and the batshits there is.
The focus is absolutely going to be on the league game in Nottingham Forest. If you are attending, get there early. Keep in mind there are rail strikes as well. So if you are going to the game, or even if you're just planning on going to be part of the atmosphere outside the stadium, because I know I saw a lot of people are planning to do that, even though they don't have tickets, look to check the train disruption, because we really do need the fans there. And of course, sods all that's happening when we trying to organise something, but that's the way it goes. All that's left really on the show now is to do the last couple of former player messages.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah. So I'm going to say this, by the way. I am half Irish on my mother's side.
Oh Christ!
And I want to just say happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone for yesterday as I record this. On that side of my family are still all very drunk.
When you have to give a warning, like I am half Irish, it's okay.
No, it's not so much that.
That worries me.
Warning. It's more a kind of, please don't hurt me. I mean, because this is a genuine message from a former player.
Top of the morning to you, it's Robbie Keane here. I am, without a shadow of a doubt, a Tottenham legend, and I listen to the Spurs News podcast. Whenever I am managing the team that I'm managing in whatever league I'm managing in, to keep up to date with all things Tottenham, I will listen to the Spurs News podcast. 300 episodes. To be sure, that's a grand job, lads.
Oh, what a hero that man is.
It's amazing how close we came to having a message from a very similar sounding Roy Keane, who was a Tottenham fan as a boy.
And he mentions it quite regularly now that he was a fan.
Mostly because he's now friends with Ian Wright, and I think he knows it winds him up.
Yes.
Which is joyful in itself. But yeah, and there's someone pointed out the other day, no wonder why the guy spent his career so angry he grew up a Tottenham fan. I like that. Yeah, that was...
It all makes sense.
It all makes perfect sense. So thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Brad. All really kind messages. Now,
oh God,
some people might know this, that I am from a city called Bristol.
Oh God.
And there is a Tottenham legend from my home city.
There is.
Who's also my hero because of that. And I'm delighted to say I have this message.
Hello, my babbers. It's Gary Mabbitt in it, and I'm from Bristol, and I'm a Tottenham legend. I like listening to the Spurs News podcast because one of them sounds like I, doesn't he? Anyway, 300 episodes. Well done, lads. Proper job.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
I'm emotional. How kind and wonderful that was.
Oh, incredible.
Anyway, did you get what I mean now with that kind of... I thought it was funny.
Oh, it definitely was.
Okay, and now I'm kind of like...
Oh, no, I've definitely
anyone
laughed
else
a lot.
going to find
It's
it
fine.
funny? Okay, good. As long as... I mean, and laughing with me.
Of
and
course,
not at me.
of course.
Cool.
I wouldn't be laughing at
Okay.
at you, would I? You know, messages have come in from wonderful people that have taken their time
really,
to send
really
messages in.
kind former players.
Yeah.
So yeah, there we go. We did nearly have a message from American President Donald Trump as well, but he's apparently busy. So,
Found the best war you've ever seen. Yeah.
But it's the greatest podcast, Spurs News. Everyone says it. Everyone tells me they're the best. I've never listened. If I did a Spurs podcast, that one would be best. Apparently he sounds something like that. But anyway, do you know, I pissed a lot of people off doing a Trump impression on there a little while back.
Oh, did you?
I got some really narky messages from American listeners saying, like, I shouldn't take the piss out of their president and stuff, and I was like, I'm sorry.
We don't need to. He takes the piss out of himself. It's fine.
Yeah, like, he's literally a parody of himself now. Like, what the hell?
Oh, dear.
And to be fair, I'm an equal opportunity offender. Like, I take the piss out of everybody. It's not just, like, picking on the Tangerine Palpatine.
No, everyone gets it. It's fine.
Yeah, everyone cops for it. Just listen to the poor Welsh contingent of former players. It's amazing how similar they all sounded. Anyway, yeah, thank you. This is 300 episodes. This 300 episodes couldn't be done without everyone to involve with Spurs News. I want to give a special mention to Matt, who is my original co-host on the show. Still listens, still gets in touch. The guy's incredibly busy, but yeah, he likes to sort of listen and give you some stick every now and again. Yeah, legendary Matt. Matt Stats. What a segment that was.
Do you know, I miss Matt Stats. When I used to listen, I used to love Matt Stats.
Well, yeah, it was good. And to say that we basically start that segment with like a kind of, this would take 2 minutes, and we just go off on a freaking tangent off of the basis of some stat.
Yeah.
Normally with me going, nah, that can't be right. And it becoming like a thing. Yeah, that was always good fun.
We had Seb's journey as well for a little while, didn't we?
Yeah, we had young Seb. I mean, we did do kids talk on this, which was really weird because we started this in 2018, and Phoebe, my daughter, I mean, she's 17 now. So when I said, do you want to be on the 300th episode of the podcast, she just looked at me and walked off. which I think was a no. I assume
Yeah.
it was a no.
I'm taking it as the embarrassment and realising that she wasn't worthy of something so amazing.
I think it might have been that. It might have just been like, oh my god, my dad does podcasts. That's so lame.
Oh my god, they're just so
Oh my
sad.
God.
Yeah.
So sad. Oh my god. I mean, the poor. I mean, some of you will know listening. Like me and Stefan, we do another show which is all TV and movies called the Stuff and Things podcast. And one of the funniest things that ever happened was when she found out a few of her friends listened to it. That freaked her out.
Oh no.
Good. I mean, it was hilarious for me, but yeah, that was not good for her apparently. But anyway, so that is our show. This is episode 300. We will be back next week to talk about the Nottingham Forest game. Like I said, we might talk about Atleti depending on what happens, but the focus for all of us needs to be on these 8 remaining league games, starting with Forest. A massive game, an opportunity. It needs to be viewed as an opportunity to dig ourselves out of the shit. Hopefully plenty of players will be available, but knowing our luck, there'll be a mass bus crash tonight or something, and that'll be it. The whole team would be injured with whiplash. That'd be pretty much how that'd go. Until next week then, everybody, you all take care, and come on you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.
Thank you for listening to the Spurs News Podcast. We hope that you enjoyed the show. Stay up to date with all things Tottenham. Follow us on social media. All links are in the podcast description.